What's up, everybody? How are we feeling today? It's Saturday. The Dodgers won. They're moving on to the NLCS. We're going to talk about it, but first, I am the Sports Judge, and welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Man, they did it. And man, was I going crazy last night. Absolutely bananas. I feel like I can breathe again and not be covered by a dark October cloud. Last thing I expected to feel was relief. And let me tell you, it feels nice. It's relief, it's redemption, the overwhelming sense of relief and excitement as the Dodgers advance to the NLCS with a lot of work still left. We're not done yet, but I'm going to take a moment to enjoy this because last night I was literally I literally wanted to perform backflips and pour beer on myself. I was ecstatic. It feels so satisfying to end the Padres season and finally getting back to the NLCS. You know, that was a little old school, a pitching duel. Only 6 total hits in the game. Dodgers pitching in the last 3 games in this series, really since inning 2 of game 3, lights out. Lights out. It was an old school game, a dominant effort from Yamamoto featuring a historic pitching duel with Japanese compatriot Yu Darvish. Great pitching, great timely hitting by the Hernandez brothers, Kike and Teoscar. Both of them came up clutch. Both of the pitchers were outstanding. Yu Darvish pitched a gem to keep the Padres in it. Made a couple of mistakes, and they made him pay with the 2 solo home runs from Kike and Teoscar. Yamamoto did his thing and did what the Dodgers needed him to do through 5 scoreless innings. Wow, unbelievable. Unbelievable. He was perfect when the Dodgers needed him the most. Great outing. This was the exact start the Dodgers needed from him. 63 pitches through 5. Exactly what the Dodgers needed. Nobody talks about the genius of Dave Roberts pulling Yamamoto in the 5th and keeping the Padres hitters off balance at bay for the rest of the game with the bullpen. The whole entire city was getting ready to bury Dave Roberts after he took out Yamamoto. It worked out. It worked out too perfectly. And I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but Dave Roberts deserves all the credit in the world today. A lot of times managers are in a no-win situation. Dave did exactly what he needed to do in this particular game. It's the blueprint for the Dodgers. The last 2 games were a masterclass of managing. Dave went with his experience, instinct, and guts to win games. And he went with Yamamoto because he believed in his number 1 starting pitcher. And last night, he managed it perfectly. I really didn't expect San Diego to come out there and get 2 hits and not score any runs. What happened to the San Diego Padres in this series? What happened to them is unbelievable. After going down in game 1, Game 2 was such a big momentum booster. They scored 10 runs. Profar robbed a Mookie Betts home run. The beef between the Padres and the Dodgers fans. 6 home runs in the game. Momentum was in their favor. And as we know, momentum carries in baseball more than any other sport. A blowout loss like that did the Dodgers no favor in terms of momentum, and suddenly the Padres looked unbeatable, and I honestly thought the Dodgers were in a world of trouble. I thought the Dodgers were cooked. You know, the series was cooked. Jack Flaherty had his bad stuff right from the top and gave up 4 runs in game 2. The pitching sucked, and the bats were cold. I gave up on them. The Padres won a very tense game 3 and took a serious 2-1 lead, only needing 1 more game to win home game at Petco Park, and they get demolished, losing 8-0. Dodgers are back in the series. And I thought I was tripping when I checked the stats. I had to check it twice because I couldn't believe the Padres did not score a run in 24 innings. 24 innings without putting a single run on the board. From the third inning of Game 3 onto the final inning of Game 5, the offense could not do anything. They showed absolutely no life for the last 24 innings. They were lifeless. It wasn't as if they didn't have opportunities, because they did. They got guys on base, but they couldn't bring them around. Last night, with the series still very much in doubt, Fernando Tatis Jr. came to the plate with 2 on and 1 out in the third inning. A real trouble spot for Yamamoto. I was low-key freaking out. I was over here sweating. You know, I was worried. I was like, oh my God, here we go again. Oh my God, here we go again. Here comes the meltdown. The Padres are about to blow us out now. They're about to beat us and break our hearts. Tatis hits into a double play, and that pretty much was the only time the Padres threatened the Dodgers, as they finished off the series hitless in their final 19 at-bats. It was wild and weird to see them not show up at all the last 2 games. In Game 2, the Padres, who almost everyone thought looked pretty scary a few days ago, collapsed. I don't know if you can choke a series harder than the Padres just did. Up 2-1 and had to beat the Dodgers in a bullpen game. And not only do they get shut out, they get shut out in the next game as well. Everyone was thinking and saying this was probably the best roster the Padres have had. You want to talk about them being the best pitching staff. You want to talk about them having the best hitters in all of baseball right now. You wanted to say this team was going to knock off the Dodgers and go as far to say they were going to win it all. And when it came down to it, they choked a 2-1 lead. You're telling me all this about the Padres, and yet they put together literally the worst stretch of offense that they have played all season in the most important part of the season. And let's be clear. I want to be clear. The Dodgers, after all, was the better team. They were just the better team. Stellar defense and great bullpen. Los Angeles bullpen was lights out. I mean, they've been lights out. Their bullpen was absolutely fantastic. So far, so good. This Dodgers team has been tested throughout the year. They had to deal with injuries after injuries after injuries, but they were still standing. And the Padres challenged them hard, and the Dodgers almost lost the series, but they came back strong and won the series. It goes to show you their character. They never give up. They put out a good fight, and in each game, someone always showed up and contributed to the team's win. And they put the Padres on ice. I got to tell you what the bullpen has done. It's pretty amazing. You know, this bullpen has done an amazing job the last couple of nights. Great atmosphere. It was electric at Dodger Stadium. The crowd was epic. And with Yamamoto, the great news is that I think the Dodgers found an ace to lead them to a World Series victory. And look, I said before last night's game, if the Dodgers were going to win this game, they needed Yamamoto to be the best he can be. The pitching staff picked up the offense. The Dodgers got 4 hits, only 4 hits. That's all they got in this game, 4 hits. Luckily, 2 of them went over the wall. I was definitely expecting LA to come out with more energy in this game. It was wrong, of me to say that this team was done. I was wrong about them after game 2. They definitely came out with a different type of energy the last 2 games. I'm a high energy guy, so I loved to see this from the Dodgers. Injuries everywhere on this Dodgers team. playing against one of the hottest teams in baseball. Bullpen game in Game 4, elimination game, an 8-0 win, another shutout in the clincher. To do that in shutout fashion and twice, amazing. Amazing. And even with all the injuries, they have one of the best bullpens in baseball. Phillips, Kopech, Tryon, Hudson, Vesia, Banda, and Brazier are the MVPs of this series. That bullpen was absolutely untouchable. So give the Dodgers their flowers for getting over the hump. Last night will forever go down in Dodgers history. And this series might have been Dave Roberts' greatest achievement as Dodgers manager. He mixed and matched for 2.5 games, and it worked beautifully and perfectly. And in a game of that magnitude and a winner take all, it was a legacy game for the Dodgers. You couldn't lose in the NLDS once again when you have Shohei Ohtani. Expectations were too high. I think everybody came into this game believing they could get it done. And I don't think anybody doubted this team coming into Game 5. You're at home. You know, you got your home crowd behind you. You've lost a few of these and have unfinished business. You finished with the best record. Clinched home field. Have arguably the best player in baseball with a bullpen that's getting it done. This has to be your year. This has to be the year the Dodgers win the World Series. The work is not done for the Dodgers. Now you have to face a hot Grimace Mets team. Oh my God, that's must-see TV. Because now you have the best bullpen going up against this red-hot lineup that is just amazing right now. Like, the Mets are not even supposed to be here. And what they're doing is simply sensational. I mean, it's been fun to watch them. They're an exciting team. Francisco Lindor is playing out of his freaking mind right now. You know, the guy is hitting everything. Pete Alonso has gotten hot. So the Mets are a very good team. They're coming in hot. They're coming in feeling good. The Dodgers are high on momentum after crushing the Padres. You know, in this series they just finished, their strong home field advantage, improved pitching performance should allow them to go into this series feeling really, really good. They have a chance. They have all the momentum in the world. They have a chance to beat the Mets. You know, can the bullpen keep it together? Can the bullpen, you know, stay consistent? That's something that's a bit concerning to me, because this is wear and tear on their arms, right? So that's something to pay attention to going into the next series. You know, it could be very taxing. We saw what they did in this series, and you know, there is a such thing as pitcher's fatigue. So we'll see how it goes, though. But the Dodgers are moving on to the NLCS to face the New York Mets. Game 1 is Sunday here in Los Angeles, and I'm ready for it. It's going to be exciting baseball. It's going to be very entertaining. It's going to be some good stuff. And let's see if the Dodgers can keep it rolling. Let's see if they can keep this train moving. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support. I'm getting out of here now. I got my Los Angeles Dodgers USC shirt on today. As you guys can see, it's a little bit tight. I picked up some weight, so this shirt's kind of small for me now. But hey, I can still get away with it. It still looks good on me. But thanks for watching, everyone. I'm out of here now. And just to remind you guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon. Take care.